The quest for the Holy Grail begins in Chicago. Lovingly ripped off from the film classic Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Spamalot has everything you need for a great night at the theater. That's night with a K. From flying cows to killer rabbits, British royalty to French taunters, dancing girls, rubbery shrubbery, and of course, the Lady of the Lake. Hot off a critically acclaimed Broadway revival in 2023, Monty Python's Spamalot, the Tony Award-winning Best Musical, comes to the CIBC Theater May 19th through the 31st. Don't miss it. Get your tickets today at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Hello, my name is Sean McPherson, and I'm the host of CityCast Twin Cities. That's right, CityCast has podcasts in 12 cities across the country, from Portland to Pittsburgh, and this one is a special episode where you're going to hear from each host. It's a best summer city showdown. So what we're going to do is dig into the best warm weather offerings from all the cities in our network, and ultimately, we're going to crown a champion as the best summer city. I'm going to be the judge and the jury, letting my wildly talented coworkers try to persuade me to take a vacation to their lovely city. First off, I want to say hello to all of my awesome coworkers. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
You all look wonderful. You all sound wonderful, and your cities are all wonderful. I want to be nice up top because for the rest of the time, every time I talk, I'm going to be deciding which one I like better. So I want to start off kind of nice because it's going to get nasty. We are doing a bracket-style 3-round single elimination affair today. That means that each city is going head-to-head with another city, and one walks away as the other city advances. We're going to reveal what each round is built on as we go, and we'll also reveal these showdowns. Round 1 for crowning the best summer city. I want to know your signature move. And by this, I mean what you frequently do when somebody comes to your city, and most specifically, like what you'll do if I come to your city. What are we going to do as the main event if I come to visit you this summer? And our first head-to-head competition is between Las Vegas and Nashville. We're calling this the Bachelorette Brawl because I believe both of these cities are quite popular in the world of bachelorette parties. And Jesse Merrick, you are newest CityCast of any of our hosts. So first off, welcome to CityCast. And are you excited to represent Las Vegas today?
I am. I'm fired up, but I'm even more fired up that you paired me against Nashville. So I think you guys took heat out of the equation because who the heck wants to deal with humidity in the South this time of year?
Oh, okay. All right, Vegas.
I like Jesse.
Settle down.
That really is in the spirit of Philly. You'll do good here.
And for this signature move, I'm hoping you can keep it to 60 seconds. So try to be brief and try to be convincing. We're going to let the new guy, Jesse Merrick, kick it off. What is your signature move for a visitor to Vegas this summer?
All right, Sean. So look, most people, when they think Las Vegas in the summertime, they do think of that blistering heat that we just talked about and the overpriced poolside cocktails. And you're not wrong about any of that. We're known for that. That's very, very real. But I am steering clear of all the craziness of that and the Strip in this one. We're going to show you the other Las Vegas. So instead, I'm picking you up, all right, and we're going to go about 45 minutes outside of town to the Willow Beach Marina, toss a couple kayaks in the Colorado River, which is running right around 50 to 60 degrees this time of year, all right? The water is perfect. From there, we're paddling 2 miles along the river through a slot canyon. I'm a big slot canyon guy. And if you're lucky, we're going to actually catch a glimpse of some bighorn sheep up on the rocks above us inside of Black Canyon, which is what we're paddling through right here, okay? And that takes us down to the Emerald Cave, which is this just badass natural grotto along the river that gets its name because of the way that the sunlight hits the water. It turns it like this crazy emerald green color. You can't beat it. And it is one of my favorite experiences in Nevada to kind of showcase, the beauty of Nevada, because people think of the desert and think it's like, ugh, but like we've got water, we've got outdoorsy stuff, all of that. So that's my great way to kind of showcase the other Las Vegas, if you will.
I didn't know I was going to be scared away by the cold, being that I'm from Minnesota. Did you say the water is 50 to 60 degrees?
Yeah, 50 to 60 degrees, which is what you need, though, when the temps are around 100 degrees. So I'm canceling out the weather.
Marie Cecile Anderson, I've been falling in love with Nashville through listening to CityCast Nashville. And I've been to Nashville a couple times, but I've never been with a real local. These things in Las Vegas sound pretty good, but convince me to come to Nashville instead.
Well, first off, I'd like to start by saying you look very handsome today, Sean. And I'm going to take those good looks. I'm going to take those good looks straight to the eye of the storm. We're going to go to Broadway. That's downtown Nashville, where all the bachelorettes are. And you know what? They aren't half bad because you know what? They know where to go and they know where to drink. And I also know how to do the same. We're going to go to Robert's Western World. Their AC is always pumping during the summertime. And because you're with a local who has been living here since the 80s, I'm going to take you in through a secret door that those bachelorette parties do not know about. And we're going to pass the Ryman Auditorium where legendary performers like Dolly Parton and Elvis Presley and Ashley Simpson has performed in. Then they exit the Ryman Auditorium. They go in through this back door to Roberts. It's a real honky tonk. You are transformed in through time. It's like a time traveling machine. It's old school country music with session musicians, and they have a recession special for $6, fried bologna sandwich with a PBR and a moon pie. $6.
These are very convincing pitches. I have to admit that. And Marie, you scored a lot of extra points by buttering me up early on.
I should have started with that. Damn it.
Might I add, you look so handsome, and suddenly I feel wonderful. And
just know Marie's comes with you having to fight your way through a sea of bridesmaids. That sounds like a horrible, horrible experience.
Ooh,
you and I differ on that point. That sounds like maybe a magical experience.
Yeah, maybe it could, I guess, yeah.
Especially if they're all going to tell Sean how handsome he is.
That's right. I'll tell him to say that.
Okay. In my first decision, Jesse, you're new. I'm really glad you're here. And you're a loser. I'm sorry. I'm giving my love.
I thought you were about to roll.
I'm taking my talents to Music City. Marie Cecile Anderson, you advance. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Jesse. You look handsome as well.
One and done. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks for buttering me up on the way out.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Now we're going to move on to Pittsburgh versus Madison. And we're calling this Big Little Cities. These are two amazing cities, but neither of them are the biggest city in the state they come from. But they pack a lot of punch and they have a lot of fun in the summertime. Now, Bianca, I'm no stranger to Madison. It's a year-round gem to me, being only 4 hours away in the Twin Cities. But I love it in the summer. I've had some great times in Madison in the summer. What are you doing with me when I come to visit? And how are you going to compliment my appearance when I arrive?
Well, you're going to show up looking fly because you're already gorgeous, as we've already established. So you're going to roll through and people will be complimenting you because that's also very Madison. And I love that you already love Madison and you've been here. So something to get you into the real Madison is bringing you to a community festival. So I'm going to bring you to the iconic Fools Flotilla. It's hosted by the River Alliance of Wisconsin as a part of the Marquette Neighborhood Association's annual waterfront festival. And paddlers from southern Wisconsin, all over the place, come to Madison, float together, dance, sing, drink on the Yahara River in costumes. They put costumes on their dogs. It's listening to live music. We're talking kayaks, canoes, homemade floats. People are decorating their boats. It's pretty ridiculous, honestly. People dress as mermaids. Oh my gosh, Princess Peach. It's amazing to see. And it's just like, it's big FOMO if you miss it. It's huge vibes and you're going to have the time of your life.
Wow. You had me at costumes for a dog, which I am a sucker for that experience. And that does sound kind of like one of a kind thing and something to enjoy in the summertime. Megan Harris, I love Pittsburgh. I've been there a bunch. I don't think I've actually ever been there in the summer. I'm hoping your proposal does involve dogs in costumes. But what are we doing when I get to Pittsburgh?
You know, it's not dogs in costumes, Sean, but what I would say about mine is that you can come completely as you are. And in fact, if you overdress, I think you might be in the wrong spot. I want to take you where unabashed joy is truly alive and well. So every Wednesday, all year long, but in the summer, it's just a vibe. On Pittsburgh's north side, starting at 8 o'clock, you can get a great seat at one of truly the best performances in the city. It is entirely free. The drinks are so cheap, you will stare at the bartender thinking you misheard them. And it's just so quintessentially Pittsburgh. So I'm taking you to the Allegheny Elks Lodge. You do not need to be a member, but I am 13 years strong, baby. So you will be treated like royalty. Technically, this is not a show. It's the Banjo Club's weekly rehearsal, but it is this joyous sing-along with everyone from retirees to hipsters to truly Gen Alpha, 9 to 90. Everyone's there. You gossip, you eat, There will be bowling if you hang around. And when you're leaving, it's one of the best views of the entire city sitting right outside. And I know for sure I'm not alone there because the Pit just used a ton of that footage for its series on HBO.
Oh my God. I love a lodge. I love bowling.
You do. I know you do.
Very convincing. But I also love floating. This is very difficult. To my fellow host, which one would you choose? Just yell out which one you're picking if you were deciding.
Dogs in costumes.
Yeah,
I'm going
it had
Pittsburgh.
me at dogs in costumes too.
Pittsburgh.
PA love.
All right, I'm hearing some solidarity with your sisters in Pennsylvania. I am going to go with Pittsburgh. Bianca, I will drive fast down 94 and speed past Madison. And
It
please
sounds
don't
good.
throw
It's hard
anything
to
at me.
compete with the Paris of Appalachia.
The Midwestern love here. Thank you, y'all.
Now we're going on to a showdown that we're calling Big Cities, Lot of History, Happy Birthday, America. This is DC versus Philly. And we all know that Philly needs more visitors this summer. I mean, why is anybody be coming to this city on the 250th anniversary of our country's birth? But I'm sure there's something special that Trinae knows about in Philadelphia. So, Trinae, when I get to Philadelphia, what are we doing for your signature move?
Okay, Sean, my signature move every summer in Philly is going to Franklin Square Park for the Chinese Lantern Festival. After we walk through the gates, we'll pick up an icy cold pineapple smoothie served in a huge pineapple. Stay with me now, because we need this because it's going to be hot. We're playing a round of Philly mini golf. We're getting some dumplings. And as the sun sets, we are going to dance around for the light show. We're going to see handcrafted Chinese lantern displays of animals and flowers. And that's when the park comes to life. It's so beautiful. We're going to watch the contortionists balance objects with their teeth. We're going to play in the bubble machine. And this isn't just fun for the kids. Adults can have a good time too. And Sean, Philly is historic. We have a historic Chinese neighborhood. That's where all this is going down. And you might have seen the Friendship Gate, and that is the authentic arch that welcomes all newcomers into the city. So we'll go down to Chinatown. But listen, Sean, if you want to get even more deep cuts, you got to vote for Philly for the next round.
Oh, the deep tease.
Trinae, a tease, pineapple, dumplings, lanterns. Bridget Todd from DC, you have humidity to offer, although maybe there's more to DC than I've experienced in the summer. So you got a lot to compete with. What is Washington, DC going to do for me this summer?
That is a lot to compete with. You know, Sean, we have never met, but I gotta say, you look like a booty shaker to me. And I hope that is true because electronic music and dance music is having a moment in DC right now. And we're lucky to have a lot of nationally known clubs with nationally known electronic music acts coming to DC. So I am taking you to Flash Nightclub, one of the Washington Post's best places to dance in DC. We are specifically going for their Sundown Rooftop series, which happens during, you guessed it, sunset. It is a great place to experience an iconic, beautiful DC sunset. It's an open air roof, so it's always nice and cool. It has probably the biggest disco ball I have ever seen in my life. The vibes are amazing. And best of all of this magic is over by 9 o'clock. It is a day party. You will be back in your hotel room or on the couch by 9 p.m., I promise you.
Oh, sounds kind of boring, Sean, because Philly's going to be lit until 4 a.m. when our bars are going to still be open. I could have talked about the neighborhood festivals and the events around the semi-quincentennial, but listen, I didn't want to take the easy way out. I could have told you about the Rocky Steps and taken you over to Angelo's to get a cheesesteak, but I didn't, Sean. I want you to experience the deep cuts. That's why you got to vote Philly for the next round.
I was about to say, getting home early is not always a negative in my book. Once you hit my age, home by 9 is actually a selling point.
Okay. This is very hard. But I really do like shaking my booty. And Trinae, I have a very small bucket list, but doing the butt in DC would be on that list.
Yes!
And I'm just saying, if we can get out to a go-go club afterwards, I think... I'm sorry, I am shocked at myself. I feel like I'm letting Ben Franklin down. But Bridget Todd advances. I am voluntarily going to Washington, D.C. in the summertime.
It's
If
all
I was in
good.
charge of the production, I'd put a little bit of EU's "da butt" right here. Doing the butt. You know,
Sean, Trinae might show up at your house.
with an itinerary of Philly things.
I remember Trinae from like the holiday gift thing, and she does not come to lose. So I am very nervous that I'm going to have some flat tires next time Trinae comes to the Twin Cities. But I was just too convinced by them. It looks like music is winning. Music is a great thing. And so far, I believe when I'm hearing music, that's the one I've been choosing. Right now, we're sort of playing some inside baseball because this round is Chicago versus the Twin Cities. We want to celebrate the Titans of the Midwest, and I want to shine some light on where I'm from. Now, of course, I can't actually shine that light myself. So Andy McDaniel is the Chief Creative Officer for CityCast. But Andy, you live in the Twin Cities, and you have an uphill battle of convincing me to stay in the Twin Cities this summer and not visit Chicago. So what is the signature move to get me to stay right here in St. Paul?
So what are the Twin Cities known for? For getting so cold in winter that it's almost uninhabitable, for turning the word neighbor into a verb, for ridiculous accents, but we're not going to talk about that. And then also for having an absurd number of lakes, 11,842. So we're going to get some lake action. And I don't care if you've done this before, it's still worth doing. So unlike our friends in Las Vegas, we don't actually have to leave the city to get out on the water. And from my perspective, for the short period of time in which the lakes are not ice, we have to be in them or on them. We're going to rent 2 kayaks. We're going to go to Bade-Makaska, which is sort of the Miami of the Twin Cities lakes. I would say it's got sort of the ooncha beach and like the preening young people on it. We're going to get into the water there and make our way north to Lake of the Isles, which is islands and bridges and skyline views. Then we're going to head through the Kenilworth Channel to Cedar Lake, which is more residential, has peaceful beaches. One of them is a nude beach, but that's irrelevant. And then finally, Brownie Lake, which is like lily pads and water lilies. And at this point, you realize I didn't pack any snacks. I do have sunscreen and water, but otherwise I just have some stale fun fruits in the bottom of my fanny pack. At which point we hurry all the way back to the beginning of the chain of the lakes, and we get back in our car and we stop in Lowry Hill at Baba's Hummus House for some Palestinian street food. I'm ordering the falafelicious.
Okay. It's delicious food. I've been there. I've been on all these lakes, and that does sound pretty fun. And it's right nearby. So, Jacoby, your work is cut out for you. Chicago is a beautiful city year round. What's going to make my visit during this summer so special?
And we'll say, Andy, that was a whole ass itinerary. You got a lot going on there. And shout out to everybody who's gone so far. I am going to take you to meet one of Chicago's Titans. And maybe you're thinking I'm talking about the highest point in our country at the Sky Deck in Sears Tower, but I'm not. I'm going to take you to meet my homie Sue, who is the largest and most complete Tyrannosaurus Rex ever discovered at 40 feet long and 13 feet high. And they live at the Field Museum. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, I can meet Sue at any time during the year. But if you come see Sue and her neighbors like Maximo, the Titansaur, or the Archaeopteryx, you're also going to be there for the North American premiere of the Pokemon Fossil Museum, which is premiering at the Field Museum. And you're going to be able to see paleontology and Pokemon come together to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, the highest grossing franchise in world history. And so I don't know about you, but I had Pokemon cards on deck when I was a kid. And so if you're trying to battle, pull up on me.
I had no idea Jacoby was a nerd.
Game over. That's incredible.
How are you going to compete with dinosaurs? Come on.
Yeah.
And Pokemon.
I love it here, but probably pick him.
Andy, that's not how you play the game.
Pikachu gonna be there. Come on.
The thing is, Jacoby, you do what you need to win, but you didn't have to like reach out to my kids and find out what they want to do this summer. That's that's too much.
I took you to any museum, but I knew Pokemon was gonna get you. So let's go ahead and do this thing.
Andy McDaniel, you dig into the fruits in your fanny pack. I am going down to Chicago with my friend Jacoby. But thank you so much for playing, and Jacoby, we'll see you in the next round.
For sure.
Will you stop by Wisconsin's 15,000 lakes? Just want to know that.
Shots fired.
Yeah. See, we only count the good ones in the 10,000.
Okay.
Okay, let's get serious. This is Denver versus Salt Lake City. I am lovingly calling this the Subaru Birkenstock Hummus Summit. We're going to see who wins
Dressed and ready.
between Salt Lake City and Denver. And I love the cities that CityCast covers, but Ali Vallarta, I actually had a really bad start with Salt Lake City. I parked my car somewhere that I didn't realize was going to be on the Pioneer Days route. And so like my first couple hours in Salt Lake City were very stressful.
Maybe, but it sounds like you were in a parade. What more could you ask for?
I would like to go to a restaurant and I couldn't because my car was parked illegally. So win me over, win me back, bring me into Salt Lake City this summer. And what are we going to do?
Okay, Sean, I am excited to welcome you to the Big Salty. And actually, what I'm going to propose that we do is the thing that I was doing when I decided to move here, which was seeing a legendary concert at the Red Butte Garden Amphitheater. Now, this is like a 3,000 capacity little venue nestled in our foothills. You are inside a lush garden. It's an arboretum. I will tell you, on the docket this summer are legends like Bonnie Raitt, which is a huge opportunity. We can pack a picnic. So contrary to popular belief about Utah, we will be able to bring our own beers, maybe a bottle of whiskey, bottle of wine. That is all kosher. And you can watch the sunset over the mountains during the concert, like you're looking over the city. The thing about this experience that is so spectacular is that you won't need your car because it's a 15-minute bike ride from downtown. So no shade to Denver, but you don't have to drive an hour to get to the mountains in Salt Lake City. I can actually be in the foothills in a 10-minute walk from my house, which is downtown.
Oh, don't you worry. I'm coming after you. But Sean, please.
You know I'm right.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Sean.
That was compelling. And Bree Davies, I've had good times in Denver, but that was also where my wife learned she gets really paranoid when she eats marijuana. And that was not so fun. So I
have a solution for that. We can talk offline about that.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't want to redo that, but I do want to know what we're doing in Denver when I come to visit you this summer.
Well, Allie and I did not plan this, but also, Allie, why are we always put against each other? I love Salt Lake City. I want to come. The Kilby Block Party lineup looks sick. Like, I played shows there. I love your city. However, I am also bringing a concert to Sean in a much more beautiful place. Many people may know. It's a little place called Red Rocks. And while I am a supreme hater, I am the Buck Nasty of the Player Haters Ball. I am such a hater of Red Rocks because I'm so spoiled that I can go there whenever I want. And so I complain about it and I whine about it all the time. And when people come to visit, it's the number one thing they want to see for a reason. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is. You see a show there and it's the thing you talk about for the next decade for that show, right? I have seen Lionel Richie there, Brandi Carlile. I've seen who else? I mean, I've seen hundreds of shows, no doubt. Weezer, whatever I saw Drake versus Lil Wayne in a video game style setup. It was insane. So I'm bringing you to Red Rocks. And the lineup this year, as usual, is insane, Sean. So I don't know if you're a Weird Al fan like myself or a Kali Uchis fan. We got LCD Sound System, Santana, Jimmy Eat World, Dead Rocks, whatever you want. So I'm taking you to Red Rocks, and it is an intimate 9,000 seat venue. But the beauty of going with me is that I have lived here my whole entire life, and it's to an annoying degree. It doesn't serve me often. However, I know folks that work for both production companies that put on shows there. So if you want to stand on the side of the stage, I will take you and we will stand on the side of the stage. We can see anything you want. So I'm sorry, Allie, to trump your outdoor concert in a beautiful space, but I will say once you see a show at Red Rocks, also, we're getting picked up and dropped off. So yes, you have to drive. That's
like 30
fine.
minutes. Good luck waiting for your car after the show and crowds of people.
No, I got a special spot where we get picked up and dropped off. Don't worry, I got secret spots. So I have it all taken care of. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to do anything. We are going to go see an amazing show and you will never forget it.
Sean, you're getting towed in Denver.
You nearly got towed in Salt Lake.
I
Come
just
on.
feel it.
I know people at the parking office. Don't worry about it. We got it.
Bree
a mob
Davies, you're
boss.
combining,
Sounds
you're
dangerous.
combining like this compelling, like, oh, it's going to be so fun. And also like, I know people who know people. I can take care of you. Everything's going to be fine.
Truly, if you want to come to Denver, I will take you places nobody else can take you just by the sheer fact that I've just lived here for too long. So Come with me.
Denver mob tactics.
I get this complaint a lot. People are like, I'm like, well, then come hang out with me. I'll take you. I got secret parking spots. I got secret tables. I got secret bars. I'll take you.
Sean, you and I both know that when people move to Denver, what they're picturing is actually Salt Lake City, which is a lovely little mountain town, an actual mountain town.
We are not a
No
mountain town. You
sprawl.
are correct. It's true. We are a sprawling metropolitan area.
I'm sorry.
It's true.
I need to know what is Sean gonna pick? I'm dying here.
I got to get to Red Rocks. I've never been there. I'm sorry. It sounds really good, Allie, but
you're
Red
gonna
Rocks is
love it.
on that list. I'm sorry.
Mwah.
I'm so sorry.
Predictable.
But Allie, I'll come see you for a show too, because you guys have I love
Thanks,
Salt
Ray.
Lake. So much love. to
I
Salt
love
Lake
that
City.
you did use half your time talking about how great Salt Lake is. I'll take it as a consolation prize.
Now, this is our final showdown in round one, and this is the most geographically close battle. It's Portland versus Seattle, a regional battle for Pacific Northwest dominance. Claudia Meza, you represent Portland, a city that I love, but similar to some others, I don't think I've ever been there in summertime. I think I've been there in May and maybe fall. So what is the summer pull to come to Portland?
Sean, I got 2 words for you. Jet boat. I do this anytime I have out-of-town guests in the summer, and usually it ends up being their favorite activity. So Portland is split in 2 by the Willamette. We're also capped by the Columbia, which acts as a natural border between Oregon and Washington. We are a river people, so we have a ton of history built up in our banks. And what better way to learn about our bridges, commerce, the indigenous people of this area than by jetting on a river at nearly 80 miles per hour while doing 360 turns and drift stops. We will get soaked. It is 2 hours long. I will bring snacks and a beverage of your choice in a thermos. And I dubbed the shenanigans aspect, but you're going to learn so much, have a deeper appreciation of where you're visiting. Plus, it's just a beautiful and scenic ride. You're going to see a salmon fish ladder. If we're lucky, some seals eating said salmon, the oldest lock system in the West, and some gorgeous falls. After all that, we're going to get some food and drinks at one of the many amazing food stops in our central east side.
What the hell's a salmon fish ladder?
Exactly. I'm not going to tell you until you come, because it's freaking amazing. It is a feat. Seriously, it's kind of amazing. But I got to tell you, no matter who you pick, Seattle or Portland, we are the top summer destinations in the United States. And I got to be honest, you're not going to lose any of these cities.
It's true. Portland is great, but Seattle is definitely better. So why would you go see a salmon fish ladder, which you can see in Seattle, when you could see orcas? So here's my pitch to you, Sean. Obviously, you'd be staying with me if you were going to be my guest. From my house, we're going to bike downtown. It's all downhill from my house. We're going to go to the newly renovated Seattle waterfront and take the Bainbridge Island ferry. You know what's better than a jet boat and more sustainable, and therefore more Pacific Northwest, is a public ferry. So biking onto that ferry is a VIP experience. Bikes cost $1, and you get to get on first. And you get to feel smug because you biked onto the ferry. And you're going to get incredible views of the Olympics and the city of Seattle from that ferry. You might see orcas. You might see humpbacks. You're also going to get a little ferry beer. You get to have a Rainier on the ferry as you're looking at beautiful Mount Rainier. And then on the island, we're going to walk to the center of town, or we're going to bike. They've got a great bakery. They've got a great bookstore, my favorite antique store, a great fresh fish and chip spot. And then we're going to come back on the ferry at sunset. It's going to be golden hour, and it's going to be a perfect 72 degrees the entire time we are there.
So what I'm hearing is the best day in Seattle is to leave Seattle. That's cool. I love a ferry, though. Ferries are awesome, Sean. If you can go on a ferry, 100%, especially while drinking a beer. But if you want to have a little more like rascal type fun, Portland is where it's at.
These are both great cities and both great activities. But Claudia, like the orcas, I am built for comfort. I am not built for speed. Going 80 miles per hour sounds like just a little too fast for what I want. And riding on a ferry and drinking a beer fits. So Seattle advances. Congratulations, Jane C. Who. Claudia, very convincing. I will be going to Portland, but winning this round is Seattle.
You could hit up both on the same trip, Sean.
You really can. I was going to say, like, Sean, it's like 3 hours away. It's really not that big of a deal.
We're going to unveil what is waiting in round 2. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break.
The weather is finally warming up, and maybe you like me and you dreaming about getting away, right? Maybe getting outside your comfort zone, taking a break, relaxing by some water, seeing something brand new. But what if I told you you ain't gotta go quite as far as you think to accomplish all of that? That's because Illinois is literally in the middle of everything. We can get out in nature in breathtaking state parks and an epic national forest for hiking, biking, all around adventuring, or explore Illinois' small town charm, or visit some of the state historical sites like Lincoln's Crib, or maybe embark on the ideal road trip celebrating 100 years of Route 66 with giant attractions along the 300-mile route. Or maybe we just go ahead and kick back in Chicago. Finally take in the lakefront, the museums, the shows we promise ourselves we're gonna do all year and never get around to. However you're looking to get away, even if you stay at home, find just what you're looking for and a little more at enjoyillinois.com.
Okay, we are back and we are doing round 2. And again, we're figuring out the best summer city. And there's already been a lot of upsets, a lot of very exciting pieces of news, and frankly, some spots that didn't even advance that I still plan to visit because there's so many awesome things that our CityCast hosts have been telling us about. For round 2, taking a dip. I did not sculpt my body all winter to keep my shirt on all summer. I need to find out where we are swimming in your city. And so that's where we're going to square up on for this second round. Squaring up for this round, we're actually going to have 3 cities pitch their best water experience of the summer, and then I'll choose one out of those 3. So the pressure is really on. And up first, we have Nashville squaring off against Pittsburgh and squaring off against Washington, D.C. Let's find out about the water experiences of all of these. And up first, let's pass it to Marie for Nashville.
All right, so an obvious choice would be the Pontoon Saloon on the Cumberland River, but we're not going to do that. Sean, you look like a bougie man, or at least maybe you can lean into it while you come to Nashville. Not a sponsor of the show is Resort Pass. I don't know if you've heard of this. Resort Pass, if you're listening, we'd love to have you as sponsor. It is what I do all summer long. You get on resortpass.com. You can go downtown and pool hop the hotels, the bougie hotels downtown, and for cheap. I mean, of course, like, I guess the Four Seasons does go up to $75. That's the most expensive one. But usually you're looking at like $20 to $40. And that gets you a whole day hanging by the pool at Margaritaville downtown. Or you could go to the Omni. That's very fancy. Or the white limousine at the Graduate Hotel is fully decorated after Dolly Parton. And there's actually... It's kind of a scary statue in the corner of this pool, but it's Dolly Parton. And yes, there are bachelorette parties surrounded by this statue and taking pictures and stuff.
They're everywhere.
But again, they are everywhere and they're really fun at the Graduate Hotel. And then I just have to mention a brand new hotel / pool that just opened is called the Salt Ranch. And it's actually on my street. And it's a cute little boutique hotel with a pool. You can order food by just waving somebody down. They'll bring you a pina colada right to your lounge chair. And that is why I love summer in Nashville, because I like people bringing me booze.
You don't know how trashy a city has to be for me to look bougie, but I like that. I like that situation.
Yeah.
Waving down a pina colada sounds pretty good. So Megan Harris, you have an uphill battle, and I know there's a lot of hills in Pittsburgh. So what are we doing for a water feature in Pittsburgh?
It's funny you mentioned hills. So I'm going to start you off with a bike ride along the Gap Trail, the Great Allegheny Passage. It's this 333-mile trail from Pittsburgh to Washington, D.C. We will do one teeny tiny piece of this just to be able to view one of America's most beautiful parks, Ohiopyle State Park. You will have your choice of jumping into a waterfall like gorgeous Cucumber Falls. It's got a gorgeous 30-foot drop, also accessible. Hello. There's whitewater rafting along the Youghiogheny River. We will calibrate based on your experience and comfort level. There are also natural water slides. I would suggest wearing your snug shorts or don't. The park is truly your oyster. And then we'll get ice cream, walk over this enormous 663-foot former railroad bridge and slip down into the rocks there where you can dip your toes into the river after a nice long day. And then if you've got anything left, there are nearly a dozen Frank Lloyd Wright masterworks right there in the park. We can go to Falling Water where there is a waterfall built into the house. There's Kentuck Knob, and you can tour even more in Polymath Park right there in Ohio Pile. You can even spend the night there. We can have a mid-century sleepover if that's your jam. It is truly a perfect day on the water in Pittsburgh.
That is pretty compelling, Megan Harris. Can I take a quick detour? Because I never know. How do you pronounce the other river that's in Pittsburgh? Monongahela? Is that correct?
I can do it better than that.
Bianca, how do you know that? How does a Madison girl know how to...
I lived in D.C. and I spent some time. I love Pittsburgh.
Monongahela, the Mon to Yin's newcomers.
Well, Yins is a newcomer, and I appreciate the endorsement of this experience in Pittsburgh. Bridget Todd, let's find out about the water experience in our nation's capital this summer.
Well, unless you're RFK Jr., I probably would not suggest immersing yourself in any of DC's natural bodies of water. But that said, we can get in my Subaru and drive a quick hour to Harper's Ferry for tubing on the Shenandoah River. Lazy River is truly the name of the game when you're tubing in Harper's Ferry. You know, it is truly the lounger's version of doing nature. And bonus, you can be drunk the whole time. We will bring a cooler, which gets its own tube, and make a day of it. And the last time I was there, I saw a bald eagle take a fish right out of the water with its feet claw things. I don't know what you call them. What is more American than that?
Nothing. I'm singing the national anthem right now.
Bridget, I love that you picked something also on that Gap C&O trail. Like it's still along the exact same route.
But Sean, that DC thing sounds a little dangerous. I think you should stay in PA just to be safe.
Can I say, as somebody from DC, I was so nervous to be squaring off against Philly. Y'all are so dang competitive.
I gotta say, it's great to be like getting Trenee's powers for good this time instead of being pitted against.
I'm doing the Lord's work.
This is how I know Trenee is a real PA girl, because it's like, if Philly can't win, then like, next up, PA.
And then I think Nashville had you drunk by a pool, and
yes,
I don't know what was going on
necessarily a
in
bad thing.
Nashville.
What, you want to get drunk in a tire down the river?
Hey, tubing is a mid-Atlantic tradition.
Tubing is also a Nashville tradition.
It truly is. It's my mom's favorite sport.
Sport. Some heavy scare quotes.
Yeah.
Sport. Well, that's what I struggled with. I was like, Megan, where are we swimming? And she was like, grab your bike. And I was like, strike one.
Little bike ride, just a tiny
Get
one.
on your water shoes.
I want to go swimming. I love tubing, and in the Midwest, whenever I go tubing, you have to yell butts up all the time because you're going to hit rocks. And Bridget Todd, you've been taking care of my booty well so far.
Booty care is the name of the game.
Okay, if my butt is safe in this water, I'm going to Harper's Ferry. Is my butt safe?
Your butt is so safe with me.
Okay. All right. We'll be talking to our HR department later, but for right now, Washington, D.C. advances on. I expected y'all to get out in the first round because I've been to D.C. in the summer, but you have convinced me. All right. I'm getting your Subaru. We're going to go tubing. So that is the first half of this second round. And now we're going to go over to the other three-city showdown. For this one, we got Jacoby representing Chicago, Bree representing Denver, and Jane representing Seattle. Let's kick it off with Jacoby. What's the water feature this summer, Jacoby?
All right, so I feel like everybody's been doing the multi-stop itineraries. And when I pair that with you wanting to be in the water, not just on the water, I think we are going to head to the south side of Chicago, to Jackson Park, to another feature that no other city can claim. And that's the Obama Presidential Center and Library that is opening this summer in Chicago. And because I'm Plug Thug, I have already gotten a walkthrough doing a soft opening, and I think it is going to be worth your time. And it'll give you at least a few moments, despite the propaganda complex that it is, a couple moments of nostalgia on what you once had. And from there, we are going to walk through the lovely Osaka Garden, past the cherry blossoms, and we can think about, DC, but not actually be there. And then we are going to the Chicago landmark that is Promontory Point, and hopping in the water and getting one of the best sunset views of Chicago on a skyline that absolutely trounces everybody on this call skyline.
Oh! He's not wrong.
Is this
What about
is this Lake
we show
Michigan?
everybody's skyline?
And that is in Lake Michigan off of Promontory Point in the historic limestone.
You know, I mean, when Megan was like, "Okay, we're going swimming, grab your bike," and now Jacoby's like, "We're going swimming, head to the library." It's taken a minute, but this does sound like a legendary library.
It is right on the lake. It is not a bike ride, or it's a hop skip away.
Bree Davies, do you guys have any water left in Denver, or are you flush out?
Right. That's the real question. We are struggling in a drought, but we did get some moisture in the last couple of weeks that has really saved us. But I'm not taking you to the library. I'm not asking you to grab your bike. I'm taking you to the River Point Costco before we get started. Utilize my executive membership, and we're going to get everything we need before we go to the river. So I don't know if you've been to Costco, but you can get anything that you want there. Maybe you need a tube. You can get it there. You can get a large Caesar salad, which we'll be getting and taking with us. So we're going to get a little picnic, and then we're going to take it down to this little section of the Platte River. It's about a half-mile long. It's called River Run Park. We've been working on the Platte River for a long time. A lot of remediation has happened. Unfortunately, like many cities, we dumped a lot of stuff into it for many, many decades. But the remediation has been amazing, and they have turned this section of the Platte into this beautiful hangout spot for folks. And with these giant river rock paver sort of shaper things, they've created two different spaces that have waves, so you can actually surf in our river. And it's only a couple of feet deep, so you just sort of take your chance, ride down a little bit, stand back up, and walk and do it again. So it's really accessible. It's for all levels of swimming. You can bring your boogie board, you can bring your surfboard, you can bring a tube, and you can hang out. And the really beautiful part is they've also landscaped these tiered sections of rocks that are flat, and you just lay out your blanket, you lay out your picnic. I personally am a real indoorsy gal, so I sit and I watch my husband and my son play in this river all day, but it's got these really cool things that allow you to sort of surf in the river, which is the closest thing we're probably going to be getting to an ocean in Colorado. So I'm taking you to River Run Park. Yes.
Rocks.
Lots of rocks.
Didn't sound like water to me.
Like go crack your neck on a rock on a boogie board.
Go to a rock and eat a Caesar salad. That's what that sounded like.
Trinae, I love your work as a chaos agent, and I love what we're hearing about Denver. I like that you said, Bree, I could bring my boogie board, as if I have that, as if I don't have to buy a boogie board at Costco.
I have a couple in my basement. Okay. This is a Colorado thing also, probably. Anybody, if we don't have enough, we'll just ask somebody else.
He don't got a bike, but he got a boogie board.
Jane, do I need a boogie board for my fun in Seattle?
You can bring one if you want, but you don't need it. I feel like Seattle, if you're after water, come to Seattle. These two other cities, I'm not going to make you stop in a library or a Costco before. We're just going straight to the water. Seattle is surrounded by water, and there's so many ways to be on the water. There are multiple lakes right in town, and we're also right on Puget Sound. But the most iconic way to get out on the water with a view of our beautiful skyline, which I will say rivals Chicago's. You got a view of the Space Needle. You got a bunch of sailboats and a bunch of...
with a great lens, maybe. A great lens.
You got the airplanes taken off. You got these water planes that are in Lake Union. And we're going to go to a great Mexican spot called Agua Verde. We're going to rent a paddleboard or a kayak. It's very cheap, and you're going to just get to take a dip if you want. Or if you don't want to be self-propelled, you can do an ice cream cruise that goes around Lake Union, or you can even rent a hot tub boat that goes around the lake for 2 hours, or as long as you want to rent it.
You're good, Jane. You won.
I saw those hot tub boats when I was there, and I was like, is that a hot tub?
You can be in a hot tub in a boat. You can't, it moves.
Jane, that is literally my biggest
They is
fantasy in
not
life.
cleaning them. They is flipping them. Go and get your staff in Seattle.
Oh my God. Jane, do you know how much I love you, Jane? Is that I shut my mouth about the temperature of our water. I was just like, get in that hot tub boat. No. Get in that hot tub boat. Trust me. Get in that hot tub. I was a real one. I wasn't talking about the rocks. I wasn't talking about the riptides. I wasn't talking about the currents. I was just like, oh yeah, you're going to have a great time.
Lake Union is very calm, actually. But it does generally, depending on your comfort with water temperature, it's got to be real hot for you to want to be in there. But
Claudia is the real chaos agent right now because Jane won. Now Claudia is just trying to talk you out.
I'm sensing you like the comfort of a newborn baby, and I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Like, if you can't handle a fast boat, if you can't handle temp changes, I'm just saying, take the hot water boat. That's all I'm saying. Take the hot water boat.
All right, Bridget and Jane, mute your mics. Everybody else, what's your prediction for who's going to win between DC and Seattle?
You're clearly obsessed with shaking your ass in DC. So.
I know,
I was going to say Black Yacht Weekend in Chicago because it felt like you really wanted to get out and shake some ass. But I was like, maybe he an Obama kind of guy. Maybe he wants some Obama. I should have picked ass on the lake for Black Yacht Weekend. So I'm picking DC.
I told you I'm coming to Chicago.
And I was going to show you a nice burlesque show that would have had ass in it too, Sean.
Hey, we got plenty of ass in Vegas.
I was
If
going to show you a titty
round, I got that
It's
covered.
very important.
See, Jesse, Sean didn't love us.
Yeah.
Nah, man. We had him pegged towards the end, but we saved our guns. That's on us. We saved it.
We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the Battle Royale. We are crowning the best summer city in the country with all the hosts from CityCast, and it has come down to just two. Washington, D.C., represented by CityCast DC host Bridget Todd, and Seattle, represented by CityCast Seattle host Jane C. Hu. For this last round, we're doing double feature. Give you a little more time, and I want you to pick two events that are in proximity to one another for the ultimate double feature that your city has to offer. Ideally, we park once, we bus once, we walk once, and from there we can do two awesome events to really get a true taste of what your city has to offer in the summertime. And Bridget Todd, let's find out what's going on for your double feature this summer in DC.
Well, this summer in DC, the double feature is we're going to be kayaking and paddling around DC's iconic monuments. We're going to be doing this at dusk. They look very, very cool at sunset. Most people go to the monuments during the day. I say you want dusk, you want nighttime. And we're also going to go to the Island Time at Columbia Island Marina, DC's best boater bar. That's right. You might not think of DC as a place where people like to be in the water like that, but it is. They've got live music there, so definitely some more booty shaking opportunities. They also often have some really good dogs. While we're there, we're going to have an Orange Crush, which is DC's iconic mid-Atlantic summer cocktail that involves fresh orange juice, vodka, and Sprite. And it's just a very good time on the water.
You hit a lot of things.
So I think I've got you pegged,
convincing.
Sean. I think, yeah.
I don't know if the booty fits in a kayak, but I imagine they have something for the gentleman with a larger carriage to be able to enjoy this trip around as well. And an Orange Crush sounds delicious. I grew up drinking orange juice and Sprite. Hold the vodka as a kid, but that is a very delicious beverage. So Bridget Todd, compelling two-event double feature in Washington, D.C. Jane C. Hu, what's our double feature in Seattle?
So I feel like Bridget is kind of disguising the fact that you all have to go out at dusk because it's so humid and hot during the day that you don't want to be there. But we're going to start our day at 9 a.m. We're going to go tide pooling at Golden Gardens, which is right on Puget Sound. When the tide is low, you get to see all sorts of really cool things: octopuses, nudibranchs, sea stars, crabs, and you get a fantastic view of the Olympic Mountains. And if we wanted to go at night, actually, we could, because there are amazing bonfires there. It's a really popular park for people to just hang out and make some s'mores. So we're also going to get the other side of Seattle, which is the great part of living in an urban area. We're going to go into downtown Ballard. We're going to hit up the farmers market, which has fantastic fresh produce, gorgeous flowers, a lot of great local bakeries. It's also really fun people watching because some people really show up dressed to impress. There's a street photographer who often will post pictures of the street style. Pop into little stores along Ballard Ave, everything from clothes and kitchen tools to candy or outdoors gear. And then, Sean, because I know you are a jazz guy, we're going to go to Shibuya Hi-Fi, which is a bar in Ballard that plays a whole album all the way through. We're going to listen to vinyl with a group of people. They're doing Nina Simone Sings the Blues, and we're gonna hang out for that. And then if we want to catch even more music after that, if you want to shake your booty, we're going to go to the Tractor Tavern and catch a live band.
Farmers markets, can't do those in every city in the United States.
Fair, but do those farmers markets have what we have?
Seattle
which
might
is
have the
fresh
best
seafood.
one. Yeah,
I don't know, DC.
Gotta jump in.
I don't know.
Trey, where is your Mid-Atlantic pride?
Oh yeah, DC, where are you getting those fresh veggies from?
Also, Northwest, we don't really have mosquitoes. Sorry.
It's true.
We don't.
The ones that we have are itty bitty.
The tide pools sound so great.
But the day does start at 9 a.m. Can I sleep in a little bit?
You know what? You could sleep in. You could sleep in. We don't have to start right at 9. It depends on low tide, honestly.
You can start my day at noon, at 1, at 2. You can sleep in.
I've made my decision, and I want to thank all the contestants. You are all wonderful, and this has been very compelling. And I was really torn until I just thought about how wonderful Seattle is at that time of year. And I'm just being honest with you, Bridget. I love DC, and I will come to DC because a lot of what you said, I bet I could enjoy in October. And I'm feeling like there's some really cool things on offer from Seattle. Also, you know, like me and Jane started the podcast at the exact same time. A little bit of solidarity.
That's right.
with, you know, we launched at the same time. And this year we crown the best summer city in the CityCast system to be Seattle. But honestly, I'm going to all these spots because y'all were so convincing, and it sounds like such fun trips to visit y'all this summer.
Well, there's no shame in being beaten by the best. Seattle, I was trying to keep it together. Seattle is very fun.
Sorry, that pause was pure bitterness, and I just want Sean to really internalize that pause. Because we were all like, sounds good, buddy. And I loved it. And I just want you to know that it fed my soul over here in Portland, because that's what I live off of, and that was wonderful. Thank you.
Now that there's nothing staking it, does anybody want to actually say I'm handsome, or are we all done with that now that there's nothing on the line?
Sean, you're very handsome.
Depends on how good the ass shaking is, honestly.
Yeah. Get on the catwalk.
That's all for today here on CityCast. I'm your host, Sean McPherson, representing the Twin Cities. Congratulations to the big winner of the Best Summer City Showdown, Seattle, represented by Jane C. Hu. Thanks to all the hosts who showed up to represent their cities. Jesse Merrick, Marie Cecile Anderson, Bianca Martin, Megan Harris, Trenae Nuri, Bridget Todd, Andy McDaniel, Jacoby Cochran, Ali Vallarta, Bree Davies, and Claudia Meza. Today's episode was produced by Will Fulton, Noah Snyderman, and Lizzie Goldsmith. Your regular host will be back with you tomorrow. Have an awesome summer.